Welcome, Granboard Online, Pensacola. We're back with another exciting video. A lot of updates to go through. But before we get through that, boy, what a fight by our boy Eric Sanders, man. It's so glad to see you posting on the Facebook page. Man, we were all right there with you through the struggle. Glad to see that you're doing a lot better. And, man, we can't wait to see you back on the boards very soon. But, man, take your time. We'll be here when you're ready, okay? All right, let's get into the updates. Granboard's done a few more updates. The newest version, again, you can always see at the top when you log in, 10.6.0, okay? There's been some questions about how to add players. Granboard, as they go through these updates, they're going to change things up. They listen to comments and suggestions on how to make things better. I know sometimes it feels like it may have gotten worse, but there's always a reason as to why they do this type stuff, okay? Number one, let's get two things clear. There is the Granboard app that you play on the board with, okay? That's what you must have on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer, however you're logged into your board in order to play the game, okay? We're all used to that. Two, there is a Granplayer app. Okay, this was completely separate. You didn't have to have it before. You still don't have to have it, but there's a lot of good things on that Granplayer app if you go download that. Now, you will need that app if you want to add yourself to the board or add any of your friends that are coming over to play. If they want to be added to get their stats, you must have the Granplayer app now. You can find it in the App Store, okay? So we're going to cover some of that. All right, if you download the Granplayer app, I'm going to pull it up on mine real quick. Sorry, I was just in here looking around. This is what you're going to see, and I know it's a little bit far away, but you got all your friends and stuff at the top. You can friend request, you can message people, you can search for players. There's all kinds of stats on every game that you played once you're connected to this thing. Medleys you've played with people. Whether you're qualified on how many bulls you hit in the week, overall in the entire world or through the U.S., if you can make the top 100 rankings. It's going to tell you your good numbers you hit, your bad numbers you hit. A lot of stuff in here, if you just mess around with it, you're going to find and go, wow, stuff I didn't even know about my game is hidden inside here, okay? Some of the newest things they added is customization. And, of course, there's always been a shop to buy some of the new games, which I'll talk about real quick. They just added the new game. And I forget what they're calling, by the way. It is under the party games, and it is called Kickdown, okay? If you log into the Granplayer app and download it for the first time, they're going to give you 80 coins free, okay? You use those coins to buy either different sound effects, different backgrounds, or to purchase games, okay? Coins cost about 10 cents a coin, and it's very cheap to buy some of this stuff. So if you're looking to buy a new game outside the 80 free coins that you're going to get, it's like 40, 50, 55 cents. You're looking at about $5 to purchase a game. It's not that bad. If you want any insight on which games to buy or something, post comments below. Everybody can talk about, you know, the games they purchase, which ones they like. Kickdown, what we're most familiar with, it's a very similar version to the gotcha game that you can play in the bars. 301, 501. If you match any player's score at any time during that game, you send them all the way back to 0. Now, the only change that they made, because they can't call it gotcha and they got to make some variation, is when you go over 301 or 501 and bust, you just don't go back to your regular score. It's going to randomize how many points you lose for going over, anywhere between 1 point and 180. So if you're sitting on a 295 and go to shoot a 6 and bust, you just don't go back to 295. You may lose 180 points and go way back to 100 and something, okay? There is an option to change whether it randomizes between 1 and 100, 1 and 150, or 1 and 180, okay? But again, Kickdown is the new game. You can get it for free just by logging into the Granplayer app and then going right here and click download, and you'll get it for free, okay? All right, the main reason why we wanted to cover the Granplayer app is adding players, okay? So it's a little bit trickier now. When you get ready to start a game and you hit local play, let's just go to 301. Here's all the players that I have right now in my board that have played here recently. And as we talked about in a previous video, you have these guest spots that you can rename, and it's in the settings, okay? Go back and watch that video if you don't remember how to change a guest name. But let's say I don't have someone on here that wants to play right now at my house. So how do we add them, okay? When you're back on the home screen, come on, Jerry, work the finger. When you're back on the home screen, right here in the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see a little person with a plus symbol. If you hit that, that pulls up how to get ready to search for somebody. And if you still can't find them right here, here's that add player scan that everybody's looking for to scan that, okay? Now, how do I scan this? Okay, well, first off, my phone is right here recording. But if your person would go to the Granplayer app on their phone, right here at the very, very top, it's small, I know you can't see it on here, you'll see that little open box icon that they will click. That way, and I can't do it on here because I'm using it as a display. But if you click that, that now pulls up their camera, and they can now scan that code, okay? If they do not have the Granplayer app, they cannot be added to the boards anymore. It used to be all done with the Granboard app, which is only used for play now. Again, so that's the two distinguishing factors. Granboard app is only for play. Granplayer is going to be for adding, okay? I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, I don't want to make this too long. I can go on and on about some of this other stuff, but I want to say, hey, Eric, glad to see you back. Want to let everybody know about the Granboard updates. You can get 80 free coins by logging into the Granplayer app, and of course, that's how you add players to your board when you're playing at home. And other than that, we hope to see you online very soon.